Welcome, Aquarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your full moon in Leo reading, occurring on the first day of February. There are a number of planets that are changing signs, important planets that we are undoubtedly feeling, not just in our individual or personal lives, but in the planet, on the planet Earth, around the globe. Neptune is moving as we speak into 0 degrees of Aries, which is allowing us to step into our dreams, our potential, and not just for ourselves, but for the world. Unity, peace, and not just a dream of connection, but a literal embodied recognition that we are connected with everyone and everything else on the planet. Hopefully promoting this idea of world peace, this reality that world peace is absolutely possible. Saturn will be moving into 0 degrees Aries in the middle of February, and this gives us the tools to build towards that peace in concrete ways in our lives and in the world. What is really capturing my energy right now is Uranus is moving direct in Taurus just a couple of days after the full moon. And it has been in Taurus for a while, but moving direct gives us the opportunity to apply the incredible enlightenment, intuitive wisdom we've gathered as a planet of revolution. This is about how we gently, kindly, with peace, with grace, change our physical experience in body, in life, in lifestyle, in our communities, in the world, concretely. So this idea of learning from our awareness in a way that teaches and validates actually our feelings and emotions is what is important. And those emotions actually go on to cyclically validate the right decisions, the right path, the right moves for us at this time. And not least of all, Taurus is ruled by Venus. And any time that Venus is elevated, this reinforces the idea of the divine feminine rising. And this has little to do with gender and everything to do with the divine feminine within us, literally the planet Earth, how we acknowledge our own gifts and talents. And I am pulling the overall energy for you, Aquarius, with the Page of Swords. In this deck, it's called the Servant of Swords. And this is an interesting place where you are recognizing that you perhaps have made a lot of assumptions about your personal life, about your match, about your relationship to yourself, and thus the way that you extend that relationship to others, how that relationship with self acts through relationships with others. I do think you're at a place where you are recognizing you haven't tended to this part of yourself in a while. That you, whether you're single or you are in a long-term relationship, whether you have a life's passion that you pursue, because remember, significant others can be a person, a group of people, or a passion, a calling, an effort, an opportunity that you recognize as yours. So there's a way in which you are recognizing that you need to attend to quite likely the relationship you have with yourself in the effort to find suitable partners. And that can be in business, in work, in life, in love. In the Egyptian sacred animal, I pulled the hyena. Number 29 breaks down to 11, which is the number of the Strength card or the Justice card, depending on what deck you use. The hyena has keywords versatility and cunning. The hyena is an ambivalent symbol, power and cunning, but also chaos, and destruction. In ancient Egypt, the hyena is associated with the world of the living and the dead, acting as a bridge between these two realms. Its appearance invites you to be cunning and adaptable. Use your intelligence to navigate challenges and opportunities with determination. You may find yourself facing a competitive situation at work. Use strategy to achieve your goals, but without compromising your integrity. Manage relationships with colleagues with intelligence and diplomacy. Develop flexible plans, taking into account the unexpected, so that you can quickly adapt to different situations, like maintaining focus on the desired results. And for the soul's journey, I pulled the card Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Something tells me that you are facing some real challenges in your experience of relationship, and I'm feeling, since your ruling planet Uranus is in the planet Taurus, ruled by Venus, one of the signs of love. This is physical, embodied love, our real life 3D relationships, and our real life material world, that you are being asked to recognize, see the good in all the things that we might consider disruptive, radical, unexpected, unpredictable, perhaps undesirable, but looking for what of that supports our ability to uh, care for ourselves in a different way, attend to our needs differently. In the 10th house, we have the Five of Jades. So for many of you, you're looking at ways to change your material reality. This can often be a way that you're changing the way that you've defined yourself until now, or have been defined. And you may be recognizing that the lane you have been assigned, whatever that means to you, is no longer the appropriate lane for you, that you can't get the support from the environment that this provides. And instead, you're looking to ways to change that can include education, a new job, a different job, a new location. It can even be a change in your work colleagues or relationships. Perhaps you have a new boss, an old boss is leaving. You are required to move from a place that you've been living, or a partner or a colleague has a dramatic change in plans that is altering the way that you work consistently together. In the first house, the Five of Staffs. Wow, 2 5s, definitely about change. Again, your planet, Uranus, moving direct, feels as though it is emerging as a powerful opportunity for you to integrate in the many lessons that you have experienced, the many awarenesses that you've gained. I would say over the past year, certainly the past 6 months, activating those, embodying those, making those concrete in ways that allow you to work with others in an inventive, creative, productive way. It certainly speaks to competition. There's no doubt about that. But it also speaks to healthy debate, healthy conflict. And when I mention competition, I think about that in a positive way, in a way that brings out what is best, that encourages everyone to do their part to bring solutions to the table. So this is a time when you can encourage debate, an area where you are here to learn to navigate skillfully. And it seems to me that many of you may be comfortable with debate, new ideas, progressive, radical ideas, alternative ideas, but how you actually employ those in your day-to-day experience is an opportunity. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your foundation, your family, the Ace of Jade shows an opportunity for abundance. This can be, in fact, an opportunity to find a new home. A new job in particular feels as though it would impact your location in some significant way to the good. It, as all changes, requires again that you see the good in all things. So this move, this change that you're perhaps contemplating or envisioning is encouraged to open up the portal of abundance for you, so that as you redefine yourself, as you look to new ways to gain the support that you deserve in order to have a stable and secure life, home, domestic home, family, you are open to approaching some new beginnings, some new opportunity or creation. And in the seventh house of significant others, the Eight of Swords is telling me the story of a lot of anxiety, tension, even strife. So this is, it feels as though there has been a lot that has been said, a lot that has been spoken, and there's a sense of overwhelm at the effort that is needed, the mental vision and clarity that is needed to proceed in a way that will be successful. It feels as though there are a lot of voices in your head. There are a lot of opinions, many dissenting, many offering you strategies that could be useful. You have many experiences that are useful to untangling the situation you're in. One of the things that feels most productive for you at this time is the ability to tune in to your body. I really feel as though meditation, prayer, simply silence, cultivating a space where you sit with self, if that's a space you can find. I understand in the midst of all this activity, it may be difficult to find personal, sacred space, but that is absolutely what's needed, because my sense is that when you turn in that to that sacred center within and allow your intuition to flow, allow your feelings to flow, you will reacquaint yourself with what is best for you. This will allow you to move away from the advisement, the wisdom that others are sharing, and much of it is valuable, but you'll maximize that advisement if you are as in touch with who you are and what your needs and desires are as possible. I hope this reading is resonating with you so far. If it is, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate all of you for being with me as long as some of you have. In the first house, the Five of Staffs is clarified by the Judgment. In the second house, or the fourth house, the Ace of Jades is clarified by the Queen of Cups. In the seventh house, the Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Five of Pentacles, and in or vice versa. We'll get to that. And the Four of Cups is clarified, or the Five of Jades is clarified by the Four of Cups. So we have one repeat here. And so again, fives are emphasized. Change is emphasized here. Wanting to make material changes is key to your experience of life and your participation in community right now. In the first house, your perspective, your everyday approach, the Five of Staffs, this willingness to get in there and debate, to find solutions among others, among colleagues, co-workers, collaborators, is at a critical point. I feel like there is a major decision that you have made, are making, or that you are being pointed towards. This major decision is about a pathway that is open to you, that you are seeing through the conflicts, the debates, the efforts, collective efforts you're making with others. So you're moving towards something significant in these efforts, and sometimes it feels as though you and your colleagues, your collaborators, your community peers are not quite up to the task. There's a lot of frustration, there's a lot of fumbling, a lot of cyclical efforts to understand the enormity of this decision that you are collectively making. You don't question the decision, rather your ability to get there feels as though it's under a lot of pressure and it's sucking up a lot of energy at a time when I feel like you are working very hard on a number of fronts. In the fourth house, your foundation, your home, the Ace of Jades is clarified by the Queen of Cups, and this very thankfully, thank you, Spirit, is clarifying this idea that in order to recognize clearly the opportunity that you as an individual have in this moment of tremendous change and opportunity is the ability to tune into self, to identify, attend to your own silent space, the emotions you are validly feeling, to allow them space to emerge, for you to get in touch with your needs and your desires, and to accept the personal validation of that. So you are needing to be a calm in the storm. You're needing to be this healing vessel of care and attention to others. Absolutely. Many of you are absolutely caretakers, caregivers, providers. Others come to you for advisement or intervention. However, that you attend to yourself primarily is key here. That there's an ability to get lost in all of the changes and that you are envisioning and trying to implement. So loving on yourself, all the things that you can do to find that rest, that peace, to get a break are necessary right now in order for you to grasp the opportunity that is available. In the seventh house, the Eight of Swords is clarified by the Five of Pentacles. It seems to me that you have been working on building a relationship not only to yourself, but to others on multiple fronts here. There are many stakeholders in your life in terms of the relationships you cultivate. And it feels to me as though you're working very hard with others in a similar situation to change your life, your lifestyle, your options in life, the support that you're able to amplify by working together. The mere fact, sadly, of human beings working together is stressful, can be stressful. Bringing people together that are different, that have different needs, working towards even a simple change, a concrete change, is tricky business. Requires an openness to information, flexibility, but it also requires silence sometimes. The ability to simply hold in the position of others and to flow with that while maintaining a sense of your own needs that are for you only. You don't have to explain or justify your ability to speak, stand up, move forward, or how to explain your capacity for change. You do the work you can do, and no explanation is needed because it's clear to me You understand what's at stake. You understand the vision, and you're constantly assessing whether you are up to the challenge that you are engaged in. This change that you are experiencing in your life, in your community, is having a big impact on the way that you understand who you are and how you relate to yourself, how you love yourself. In the 10th house, the Five of Jades is clarified by the Four of Cups. The Five of Jades here again is this ability to work with others. And the Four of Cups is indicating that you know you haven't found that sweet spot yet, that you are practicing and have been in the practice of moving towards things that support the vision of who you are, the vision of that sees you, that recognizes you, those that appreciate and value your input. You've been practicing that. You've been building this sort of social, emotional practice for yourself, this foundation that's about support, providing support, but being open, wide open to receiving that same support you give. You are evaluating an opportunity, and you are making sure that this opportunity is a match for you. In the past, you would have seen this opportunity as something that validated you, chose you, rescued you, saved you in some way, was the golden ticket. But because of the work that you've been doing in terms of validating who you are, respecting yourself, honoring your desires, you now realize that any opportunity must match you, not the other way around. And this, believe it or not, is incredible growth. You are prioritizing yourself, understanding your desires, your needs must come first. The ability to serve that has to come first in order to serve the many others that you are in community with. I'm going to finish this reading with a rest card. I think this is called the nap deck, but I like to call it the rest deck, and it's a beautiful deck that I want to use more often. And I will take rest makes me hopeful, open, and tender. I will snatch rest today. To snatch rest, to reclaim your time for moments of rest, is to be so focused on liberation that you begin to transcend expectations about what rest is. Those socialized into a capitalist, white supremacist, patriarchal system have no idea of what rest is. These systems make us fearful, closed, and hard. The true work is to offer yourself grace and mercy as you slowly deprogram. We're creating and inventing. Find ways to snatch rest no matter what. Wow, this seems so on point. Thank you, Spirit, for this. If you've enjoyed this reading, if it's resonated for you, like the video. Again, subscribe to my channel. And until next time, namaste.